ใช่เป็นบ้างเรียกว่า2 คนเรื่องไอ้ยังไงวะมันยังวนมันวางเรือก่อนเลยอาร์ติเวฟเลยกูตาเหลืองไงอาร์ติเวฟก็มันไม่วางอย่างนี้วางเอาชัวร์ตรงนี้พีซีฟรีที่ผมมีแค่ตรงนี้ที่2ไงเล่นสเต็ปเดียวกันเลยช้าจัดตั้งดูแข่งเลย
have so much control. FaZe know they'll get punished here. Cloud9 can afford to hunt the guns, so they will have to fight their way out of this 2v5. But hey, that's how it starts. Let's see if Cloud9 give them away.
When BO5 เลย
timing on it all as well. Anthony with a headshot on the Carrigan. One of the guns gone. Brokey just looking to save the AWP. What's he cooking in the kitchen?
He's so boxed in. It's going to be impressive if he gets out with this orb, because there is not a world where he's supposed to. Oh, knife pulled! And there it is. Nafany hounds him down.
They're playing with some confidence.
All right, look, I'll say this about Cloud9. They're up against 15. And so in a way, you know, nothing's off limits at this scoreline, right? You are trying everything you can to keep this game going. And I think going for an aggro play like that screams a bit of a mindset shift for Cloud9. They're realizing it's do or die time now. You know, you either go out with a whimper, or you take the fact that FaZe have been respectful in these rounds, that FaZe are looking for that one like glorious scenario to close, and you try to use that against them. You're getting punishing now. You're hunting down these saving players. You're hurting the FaZe economy, and you're starting to pick up momentum yourself. They're still a ways away from a comeback. I'm not going to lie and pretend it's right around the corner, but they are taking the necessary steps to start building into one.
Yeah, I want to see if Shiro takes a confidence peak, right? Uses Spawn one of these rounds, try and take an opening kill, because he still looks absolutely muted in this game for Cloud9. At least we have Axel and Hobbit doing the work. Another fight to mid, flash to Karrigan, it's easily done.
Even Shiro in that last round feels like he plays an important role, and I think that's big for the confidence. The whole reason Axel went on to get as many as he did was that Shiro kept him alive with the orb. Those are important kills for him to get as a result, and so that might reflect in how he's feeling. I know it's only one kill, but when you've only got 5 to your name, that's a big difference. Axel holding on to the apartments. This guy's been switched on all map, and that's not changing anytime soon. This is one man trying to reawaken a team.
Wow. Okay, Twist with one at least on the
Deagle.
Hang
on a second. He's getting run at here. He is getting run at.
Axel, trying to stand his ground. He's dancing around. He's seen the first. Quits, falls, spams towards drops as well. They're low. They're on the site. The teammates crouching up. The spray from Nathan, he's good. Robs with the crocodile tears. Switches to the Kalashnikov. Not happening. A 9th round for Cloud9.
Sigh of relief, I think, for the C9 boys as well. Squeaking that one through.
Man, I mean, it's in that moment that for Axel, like, you're really feeling the pressure. There's a part of you that's just thinking, like, man, I've done so much in this round already, and now we've given them a gun in the apartments. I'm getting pushed up short. Those were hard fights for Axel, even though it's up against the pistols. And it's important. Sure, he doesn't finish the round, but he stays alive long enough for everyone else to move around and reinforce. Are Cloud9 building back into this, or can FaZe stop them in their tracks?
They got people behind them. Last time we saw a crowd favor Cloud9, they took it all the way back in NA. Still we sit with 6 opportunities for FaZe to close, and they've not been hurried in these T-side rounds either. Slow and steady wins the race. It's a marathon after all.
This one could get weird though, right? C9 has stacked triple B, Axel here, but he doesn't have any util, so his teammates have to set him up. His teammate, that one man, has to give him the flashes, and Buster will provide. Gets the opening kill, reroutes back into the site, but he won't survive much longer. Hobbit is spammed out. This could get away from them. Buster dead down in the pit, and Cloud9, it's onto a retake. Shiro and Nafani, they've been struggling all map long, and they are the last hope for Cloud9 on Inferno.
Safe partner as well. FaZe are playing no games. They put it inside of the site. They don't want any lurkers catching them off. And now Cloud9, with their 2 struggling players, must fight back against the odds. Molly's over the top. The double site setup is lovely for FaZe. Time is ticking. Cloud9 must go.
They need this opener. They need to win this first fight. Shiro tapping into the pit. Won't get given this one again. They can win it to time now. Nafani up through short, trying to get in, but locked down. And so FaZe, 1 map away from lifting that trophy from the Intel Grand Slam and from cementing the FaZe Clan legacy. That map will be Mirage.
ไม่กักมากไว้ไลท์ให้คนอื่นตีเอาจบแล้วเอาเฟส2ไปแล้ววะไอ้เอาไดไปแล้วเอาไดไปไวไปเท่าไหร่ อ๋อมันมีฉากมันมีแบบสุดท้ายแบบไปดูตรงไหนกินปอดปะไม่ติดตามเฮ้ยต้องไปตั้งกันนะดีว่ะชอบ
Diamonds dancing on my wrist and ears. I'm shining just in case it wasn't clear. Real life, all the haters disappear. Feel like I'm the player of the year. I got the money to buy me whatever, and know it's a wonderful feeling. Got me some bread, but I ain't gonna stop until I can go give me a billion. How about the coupe or the foreign? My life isn't boring, it's what I imagine. Got me a bag and I'm happy that I can be living a life that is lavish. Making a play, I'm on my way. Oh, that's a regular day. He ain't working, he ain't on the grind. Something they never can say. Run it up. Clock still ticking, but I still ball. Run it up, ain't no competition. I don't need to see no one at all. Know that I came from the bottom. Know me a fake when I spot him.
ลงบัง
I'll never be phony forever. I got him.
ลงบังอย่างแท้จริง
Got a new route to the mansion. Got a
เอาเป็นลงบัง
cool out. Everything is right how we planned. Got 200 on the dash with your lanes well careful.
สองคนโดยอีกอ่ะเดี๋ยวก็ต้องไปตีคิวอีก4 ช่องชาเลนจ์วันนี้มันเขาทำอะไรครับ2 ชาเลนจ์ดูจ้าฉันมาไหมจ้า
It's almost that time. We're talking about the ESL Pro Tour and DHL, bringing you the ESL Pro Tour DHL MVP, where in which you can get your votes in quick, fast, and in a hurry. Just like this map kind of was in a weird sort of way. 16-9 going the way of FaZe. Prior to that, 16-13 on Overpass. So right now, the ball is in FaZe's court, and they are running the show.
You mean the gold is in FaZe's court, right?
Well, not yet, but it's definitely there. And you know what? That's a really good point, Chad. Because we are sitting here with a former Intel Grand Slam winner. He goes by the name of Nasty Ass Nap.
What's up? How's it going, guys?
What's up?
How you like that nickname, Nap?
I mean, I think it's hilarious. So anything that's hilarious, just go with it.
All right,
I always
all
tell
right.
everybody, just go with it. It's so funny.
Oh, yeah. we do have fun with that one right there. Where's your gold bar live?
Pardon?
Your gold bar, where does it live? At home, on the
it's
shelf?
just in my room. Yeah, no. But I have like, I kind of like have like a shrine in my house that my mother made.
Okay.
You know,
There
where
we
it's
go.
like have like all my badges and like all my lanyards and like all my MVPs and all my like, you know, just trophies and stuff like that.
Yeah,
The
okay.
shrine to use.
Yeah.
Kind of cool, actually.
Everyone should have that in their home.
And the office.
Self-worship, self-love.
Yes.
We're getting very maniac here,
No,
aren't we?
I meant like everyone should have one of NAF.
Oh!
Right.
Sorry,
Yeah.
right,
Oh, okay.
Nap.
Yeah.
That. Okay. Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense, actually. Hey, Keith, speaking of which, what made sense to you here on Inferno? What didn't make sense?
I mean, I think with like FaZe, they were playing just like with a lot more aggression. You know, I think their momentum and confidence was just showing, and they were playing a lot more aggressive. Whereas like with Cloud9, I feel like they needed more variety in their offense. I feel like they were playing just too timid and more obvious. Like I don't know if I want to say like they're playing scared. In a way.
That's one way you can put it.
Yeah, I mean, like even coming into like the CT side, as you can see, like even on Cloud9, like when they're playing passive in those rounds, like they're just like, oh, let's just hope for the best in plain sight and just trust our teamwork, I guess, and just hope for the best. And it always, you know, backfired on them. Whereas like when they had their aggression, like they had a game plan or something, you know, and they wanted to, you know, pop flash, get banana control, and actually do something. But you know, once they went back into the sites, it was always so hard for them. So I think like their lack of aggression just wasn't there.
No, I agree. This first half on Inferno is what I was afraid of when we saw the video.
Yeah.
This is the exact reason I was worried. Because if for some reason the first half went FaZe's way and the individuals were picking up a little bit of steam and pace, I can imagine the CT side of FaZe just completely destroying Cloud9, and we have witnessed it. Any individual capable of turning around situations, Brokey was 18-4, only in the CT half. A couple of crazy situations on the A side, and I agree with you. The T side of Cloud9, I mean, infamously, can be a little dry. And I guess it's now that we have to address the fact that Nafani hasn't really plugged in his PC so far in this round. It's starting to hurt him. That was...
Hey, Shiro and Axel had 30 kills combined in this map, so...
Yeah, be careful.
Combined.
Yeah. Look, Axel is on form in this map, right? But I think the thing is the scoreline doesn't really tell the story because they got dumpstered. They got destroyed right there. And look, do we think the remnants of Overpass with Carrigan deciding to start T is why we then see Cloud9 going, oh shit, we better start T on Inferno as well? Like, because look, we know the map is leaning T-sided.
Cloud9, we saw it on Overpass, and I think that might be the side pick as well. They want to play to win. They understand it. Like, they don't want to play not to lose. And sure, on Inferno, some of the T-side rounds, it didn't seem like it, and it's a bit of a different map and whatnot, you know? But they didn't take into account, I don't think, like, wait, well, we do want that. That's a good approach. But what if things go south? And then we start T-side and they're rolling because FaZe is momentum-based, very hard to play against them when they're rolling. Well, then we are in danger of being 0-2 down. And I don't think Cloud9, like, this can go back. They could get to 5. On map 5, I'm still going with FaZe, right? Because like it's such a drawn-out battle at that point.
Mirage up next, though, it's the one map out of the whole series where they could pick sides where it's normal, quote-unquote, right? FaZe decided to start CT going into Mirage right here. I don't know. I feel like FaZe, when I see him walking through, especially Brokey, he just looks normal. Like, and that's a good sign, right? Because Brokey, if he looked nervous out of all the players in the team, then you kind of have a worry or two. But things are going very well right now. 2-0 up. If no, best of 5 reverse sweeps. They don't happen.
Yeah, they don't.
They're so calm.
It's very rare. It's like a unicorn almost. Like you rarely see them, but sometimes they're there, I guess. So Mirage, we're about to jump into that. Before we do that, I want to tell you that right now is the final time that you can vote for your ESL Pro Tour DHL MVP. And you should do that via the Twitch chat. It's a pretty simple concept.
Who you voting for, Keith?
Your candidates, Keith. Who are they?
I mean, throughout the event, you know, I believe Rops was, you know, had a really strong start, and like throughout the event, he was playing really well. But I believe also as well, Twist was popping up later in like the playoffs. Like he's had a lot of huge games, huge rounds. So I really think the MVP run here is between Rops and Twist.
Okay. All right.
You mean that guy right there?
That's that guy right there.
That guy.
Russ, win the MVP. Right, you got this, man. Just keep farming, keep farming.
That's it. That's what he needed, like that last
That was the moment, yeah.
Last bit of push.
But really, you know, when it comes down to the voting and whatnot, now is the time to do so if you find yourself home. And it also leads me into asking you, what should we be looking at on Mirage, Keith?
I mean, I think a huge bounce back performance from Shiro would be, you know, very much needed. You know, obviously that team relies a lot on Exile and Shiro, and I believe Exile is there. He's putting up the numbers, he's putting in the work, and it's showing in this. But, you know, Shiro just needs to make sure that he comes in and steps up. He's very important for this team, and he needs to bring it.
Tell me a little bit about FaZe on this map, because you guys played them in Katowice in that decider game. It was a bit of a strange Mirage, I feel like. You know, you were up 10-5 ST, then they were up 13-11, and you won 5 rounds in a row to close it out. Like, what can you tell us about it?
Yeah, I mean, with how Cloud9 is currently playing, they really need to snap out of that, like, playing to, like, lose mindset, you know, like, especially versus a team like this, like, you're not going to be able to win on a map like Mirage. You know, Kerrigan, like, he has really nice calls, like, the strategies and, like, the mind games and, like, yeah, just, like, even when it just comes out to the mind games and just the variety of different, like, playstyles and rounds that they approach, it's, like, it's just so far ahead of Cloud9 right now. Like, right now, my faith in Cloud9 isn't too high. I believe this will be at 3-0, so...
Damn!
Yeah,
I want to ask you, and I want to preface my question first. That is not a dig at Nitro, not an attack on Nitro at all. That's a preface of my question. Now you're in Cloud9.
Nitro, that's the new one.
So Nitro,
and now it comes. You are in Cloud9 right now. You're looking at Nafany, and you know he's been struggling individually, nowhere to be found. As a player, what do you do? How do you get your IGL, your captain, back in the game? Because he's the one supposed to show you where to go, and he's not here. What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, if Nafany's, you know, if he's struggling not to feel it, you know, I feel like he should never be afraid to, you know, maybe ask for his teammates for help in some scenarios, you know. Obviously, like in Counter-Strike, it's like a team game. You can't just have one person calling and relying on one person, you know. Like I understand, you know, maybe, you know, Shiro was having rough performances. Maybe he's can't think straight and like can't think about what we should do, and whereas before, maybe in the past, you know, it's like he's more like mid-gaming. And like I've heard in the past, like Shiro is the one talking pretty much the most on Cloud9, and I'm sure like with the previous maps that he's had, he's probably struggling to find and understand what the right things are to do. But you know, with Nafany, you know, he just needs to, you know, just snap out of it, you know, just make sure that he can keep going. You know, third map, you know, Counter Strike's a round by round, map by map game, you know. So you just need to, you know, just keep going, keep bringing it, and yeah, it's gonna be tough, but yeah.
Maybe Naf need to talk to Naf and E. You know, like maybe there's something there. No, but reality is, Keith said, yeah, it's not bad, right? It's not my best word. Keith says it's going to be a 3-0. Perhaps you agree at home, and the only way that you can let us know is by using the hashtag ESL Pro League. I'm going to say it for you real quick. ESL Pro League, which ultimately leads us into a break. We go to Mirage. We're going to find out if FaZe Clan can own the day here and now. We're going to go to a break. We'll be right back.
Dallas, we're back. Counter-Strike is in our DNA. It always has been, and it always will be. And now we are once more returning to where it all began.
Big way. Big. Big. Up like that.
La vie m'a traumatisé, mais je cours après. Y'a tout à faire, qui m'en veut, y'a tout à refaire. Tu me connais, hop, tu te passeras de commentaires. J'ai plus confiance en vos chiffres, je compte plus sur ma volonté. Un moment faut se lancer, obsédé par mes lacunes, j'en oublie mon potentiel. Je suis pas seul mais solitaire, ils disent que je suis tête en l'air, c'est parce que je vis trop dans le ciel. J'oublie tout ça et je m'envole loin. Si tu me suis, prends-moi par la main. Je te connais, des mélodies dans la tête, des délires au coin du feu, viens on quitte ce monde de fou. Oublie tout ça, envole-toi loin. Je te suis, prends-moi par la main. Add another strike. J'envole tout, je te connais tout. J'oublie tout ça et je m'envole loin. Si tu me suis, prends-moi par la main.
เพื่อนมันจะเพิ่มความเร็ว
Des mélodies dans la tête, des délires au coin du feu, viens on quitte ce monde de fou. Fast life, fast living. They see the ambition, they know I'm fast driven. Look, we are not the same, this is not a game. I just working through the city in and out of lanes. Yeah, 'cause if I see it, then I want it, then you better know I got it. And the watches on my back.
เป็นคู่อ่ะ
I'm an outlaw, you can never catch me. I'm in first place, you can never. These are the moments only got one life. This is your only way to run.
Add another strike.
Making magic when they need it most. At the dawn of Mirage, FaZe Clan are one map away from picking up the trophy here at ESL Pro League Season 17. And with it, they would go down in history as the fourth winners of the Intel Grand Slam, that elusive prize that they've been chasing for a little while now. One of the teams that were the first to uproot them were Cloud9, but here FaZe have got them on the ropes. We've also got a special guest joining us for this third map. Nafly, ex-teammate of Twists, the man in the server right now who could make history by picking up 2 Intel Grand Slams.
Yeah, a previous Grand Slam winner himself. Are you ready for the history to be made today now?
Yeah, of course. So, I'm here to support FaZe and Twist specifically. Obviously we have a past together, and getting that second Grand Slam, being the only player to win a second Grand Slam, that would be amazing. So I'm super proud of him, and hope to see after this map, see him raise the trophy.
Well, let's see if FaZe can finish it in 3. A dominant grand final of mighty implications. Cloud9, can they wake up after that beating on Inferno? We saw signs of life towards the end of their CT side, but it was too late. Now we start fresh. An A execute with a double under luck. Cloud9 are coming into A.
Main facing first. They still hold lower. Rops just looks away, and so Cloud9 will find this gap. They're going to boost up into the window. Rob sees one right there, and now he knows about the second man. Hobbit is on borrowed time out of the round, and an early 5v3 for FaZe. They even find the planter. This one's going down the toilet quick for Cloud9. Shiro, if there ever was a time, he's out of the round now, and FaZe run them down to find the pistol.
Yeah, FaZe are feeling it. I feel like every pistol that I've seen so far, I feels like they're winning it, and they're winning it pretty clean in most of these. So, yeah, they're killing it.
Cloud9, though, will not let their foot off the gas. I expect a second round force. It's all the rage right now. Galil's in armor with bare bones utility, and these have been great rounds for Cloud9 as well, so don't count them out of flipping this on its head very early in the half. But FaZe, a pistol in the right direction. What have we got for Cloud9? It's going to be nothing but guns.
They're gonna have to, they have no nades. They're going for the no nades buy, and just a bunch of Galils. They really just need to, anytime they get close into a site, they need to make sure they really get that entry and make space, or else it's gonna be very difficult for them.
So we're relying on the space creators. Well, Axal at least has been having a good series. He's kept up appearances all day. If there ever was a time for him to get involved, it's in a buy like this.
Cloud9 are stoic to begin. They wait to see if FaZe bring any aggression up middle, send something through the apartments. It's looking to end B. The Twist might be the one to force the first fight. He's already out wide on short. FaZe crunching middle together with 3 players and a 4th very nearby. Cloud9, as said, no nades. They've got to basically dry walk this. It's a free kill for Twist. He goes back for more. That's the confidence that FaZe are exhibiting right now. No pulling back after the first. Twist goes 2 for 1, and Cloud9 down a man.
That could already be like the round. It's very difficult. They have no nades. Like, they really do need to make sure they get their trades instantly, or else this is nearly impossible.
Yeah, and I mean, even if they trade like 1 for 1 out through the apartments here, that would give them a route to a bomb plant, but they're still on the back foot, and this angle just has to be cleared straight up. Axal needs to win this one cleanly, and he won't. Carrigan even swings out for a second. Now Rops moves back over from the short side, keeps this B site under lock and key for FaZe. Lost is trying to find a gap, but they've moved in, and Brokey gets rid of him. That's the bomb away from Cloud9, and no hope surely, as it's just left onto Shiro.
Oh, even go for it. 20 seconds. He's got that upgraded gun, but you never know with Shiro. We've seen some very last-second plants for Cloud9 in this series. Brokey's ready to jump at a moment's notice. Head spotted. No, he flicks back. Brokey just playing with his food, and Shiro might realize this one is too far gone. Even fighting here is crazy, but he wants that loss bonus. He'll get it. FaZe deliver him death, and swiftly 2-0 Cloud9 on an eco.
Yeah, I wish there was like something more that Cloud9 could have done in terms of their buys. Maybe someone getting nades and having to suffer and be on a pistol or something like that. Because here it was just pretty much a gamble. Hopefully we just walk out mid and instantly 2-bullet, the CTs, and if it doesn't work, then the round's pretty much over, and that's pretty much what happened.
Dude, I think it speaks volumes with how Twists played that, right? Like, that's not how you play Catwalk normally. Normally, you're fine with the 1 kill and get the hell out of there. But he just kept forcing the engagements.
It's full confidence. They got the Grand Slam on the line, it's the last map. They're just feeling it. They're going to peek everything and shoot as straight as possible.
Do you relate to that as well? Like, being a Grand Slam victor, doing it in record time, 63 days?
I just mean, like, when you're in the finals of an event like this, and, with FaZe, how many times they've, fallen over the hurdles of not being able to get the Grand Slam, and now they're in the finals. It's just, nothing can stop. It's like, you're not going to take away $1 billion from me and all of this. Everyone's full of confidence. Everyone's so hungry, and, they're the hungriest team in the room right now, so it's hard to take down people like that.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that statement. I mean, we've been seeing it since Overpass with the constant re-aggressions on CT side, with Rain just getting flashed through on toilet fights round after round. FaZe have definitely brought a different mentality to this matchup. Even Rops, who, as we've been saying on T sides, has gone for more opening kills in this matchup than we've ever seen before for FaZe. And that star power is everywhere right now. 3-0, Cloud9, an important gun round to start their half, and they've even got Shiro on the AWP.
So many of Cloud9's halves have started off at such a deficit. Overpass opened up, 5-1 down. We had Inferno where it took them, it felt like forever to find their first round on the board. They ended up going down 9-0 there. So they can't afford to have a similar slow start now, right? The pistol, the force buy, that's all forgivable, but you need to find something with your first rifle round.
Yeah, they really need to dig deep. It's just, you can just tell there's no confidence. No one on C9 is really feeling it. Someone maybe just Exile maybe. And yeah, of course with this third map, we need Shiro to show like a lot more, because he's potential to be the #1 player this year in my opinion. So we need more out of him.
I mean, Carrigan even opened up the grand final saying that Shiro was robbed last year and that he was #2 in his eyes, right? So, dude, like Carrigan tried to give confidence only to tear it all away in this grand final, I guess. Cloud9 teeing up for what looks like the A hit here. They've got 2 players down through connector to try and split this. We've seen them attempt to boost window already. Wonder if they're going to go back to that.
Looks like he wants to go through with a flash. That's perfect. And he even gets out scot-free with a man advantage. Brokey sees him coming out A. He's got Rain as well. Palace bound to help out. Can swing on the balcony. Gets spammed through though. They're not going to clear Rain. It's an easy check for him. Drops back down the ladder. They're going to hear that noise though. They go over the top to clear him on the ladder. Drops and twists, offers support from the side. And Nafany just gets overwhelmed. We are having FaZe take every fight in the book. And Cloud9 can't punish.
Yeah, FaZe with all the right reads, all the right stacks, and all their players are feeling it individually. So even if there's just one guy there, it'll probably feel like there's 3. So.
Yeah, dude, and that's like the grim reality that Cloud9 are having to deal with, right? I can imagine it feels overwhelming going into a third map after losing your map pick to open, getting kind of steamrolled on the second. Confidence is not an all-time high for Cloud9. They're really feeling this pressure now that it might just be, this Cinderella story run through the groups, through the playoffs, looking good throughout, only to completely crumble come crunch time in the grand final.
Yeah, and they'll be kicking themselves if that's the case, right? With back-to-back quarterfinal wins over FaZe Clan in BO3s, knocking them out of tournaments at Dallas as well. I mean, this is not what Cloud9 wanted to find themselves, especially considering they've yet to even feel the map. Very close overpass. They've won Mirage in both the BO3s. They've beaten FaZe in. So they need to get started now. Fast into middle. Nafany gets a lot of room. FaZe a AAA taking the ramp. This is still a default. Cloud9 have left the bomb back in spawn. FaZe have a free kill here available. They won't take it. They just sit in the setup. Nafany gets boosted into position.
Yeah, again, Cloud9 are already out of ages. Yep, this guy hit their shots. Hop it there with 1 on the twist. He's gonna need a lot more of that. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
okay.
my God! Hang on a sec.
Eco Kings.
The Deagles out of nowhere. Hang on a moment. They're onto something here. Who let them cook? They found a way into this round. The 5v2 for Cloud9 with just the pistols.
Gotta be very careful not to throw this one away.
Yeah, you need to capitalize on moments like this. Now, the one thing that's weird is that Hobbit's gone all the way through B. He's called that B is clear, and yet still Cloud9, they feel like their hands are tied because the bomb's already out in A. They're walking into the double stack, and with Brokey holding for this wraparound, Hobbit is going to find him. That B flank saves the day.
Sure, just wanted to run in there and find some info, I guess, for his team and just find out where they are, and luckily they're able to kind of bring it back there and not let it get too much out of hand.
Big round for Hobbit.
I mean, dude, that could be a bit of a confidence booster, right? Because I think the critical thing was, by the time they started to find rounds on Inferno, the first half was already over. You win your first round in round 10, that's when you appear on the board, and even then you don't chain a bunch of consecutive rounds together. Of course it's going to feel like the game's already out of your hand, but this one with Deagles, a round that you weren't supposed to win, sometimes these can lift you up. Let's see if they can chain a couple of rounds together now. Make this interesting.
Patience pays off.
Feels like he's got the read. Catches them pushing down the ramp, but Rain tickles his toes and gets that trade into the 4-on-4.
That's a gnarly angle. Buster's going to live to regret it. Cloud9 reset back at A. They've got all the util for a full execute here. Just Axar lurking alone in middle. Can still throw a jungle smoke from underpass. Try and help them cross out. Rain sat in the bomb site. Cloud9, they looked over him last time they came A, right? Killing Brokey back on triple. Made them discount close A entirely, but this is where Rain is often found. Twist supporting from triple now. Cloud9 contact as ever. They like these very dry executes, don't they? They're going to let Shiro work this orb, give him open space to fight. That's a big entry as well. Now it's all onto Twists.
This is a lot of responsibility.
If anyone can do it, it's Russ, that's for sure.
Out on an island, but full faith here.
They missed their jungle smoke.
Ooh, there is a big gap in that. Twist starting to edge forward.
It's in the triple. Shiro might not notice.
Oh, he's made it out.
Shiro may have saw him there. Yeah.
Oh, he will nail it. That's something to hold on to. 20 seconds left in the round. It's Shiro and it's Axar. These are meant to be the it men for Cloud9. They need to finish this one, especially with the damage done on a Carrigan. And now they would be chaining consecutive rounds together, starting to build something on the T side. But the backstab is in from Brokey. That orb strikes, and it strikes twice. Brokey with the round. Add another one onto this guy's tally. He's been responsible for so many rounds that FaZe Clan have put up across this series.
Yeah, Carrigan's still alive, but we can call it a clutch for Brokey. Add it to the growing list as this guy has come in fantastic form for the finals. A very important round for FaZe to stop Cloud9 from building into this half, and the bomb plant, while it will beckon them to buy, still a dominant lead right now.
And Brokey's so good in those situations when it just becomes that battle op situation, you know, when he's kind of shotgunning around with the op, it feels like. He's just so insane in those games.
Nice! Kenny S in the modern day.
Yeah, pretty much.
He just looks so comfortable, yeah. All right, Nafany trying to swap up the pace. Fast down short. Gets here a little faster than Twist should be ready for, but the Molly has found Axar in the apartment.
He, I guess, threw his smoke deep, right? And so he didn't have one left up.
Yeah, he must have maybe got mollied and naded at the same time, and he had no chance to get out of it.
Slowed him down in the fire. Now will FaZe cool off in a 5-on-4.
And there's the evidence from this, grisly murder in the apartments. With Axar out of the round, he's been such an important piece for Cloud9. With him removed, the pressure's that much less. Carrigan even gets the spot into the apartments, and he's got backup here. He is not alone. His boys are moving around already. Brokey set up in the window. There's no util really to help with this push. It's to make the life of the site players harder, but that market window is open. Jiro's in the site, combat warping. He has threaded the needle. They don't know that he's this deep. They're still mollying into the apartments. That flash sets up Shiro for a swing, and he even spots the man on the van. Shiro knocks out Carrigan, tries to follow up. Pinned in by Rain. The round not done yet. Rain's looking to play for it. Rops is far and away, but Rain seems determined, seems to think that he's got a shot at this one. Creeps out through the market. No one's looking at this. He's got a good bit of room. Over at short, Nafany's just turned away. Rain is right here. Rain is in the site with them. Backstab lands, but Nafany has bailed them out, and Rops was already saving. He's come back for a very late call into this round. Rain sets them up, makes it winnable. Now Rops has to close as he's put everything on the line to go for this round. Tries his hand. But Nafany holds the line. The captain of Cloud9 will not let them in.
And this is what we were waiting for, right? Because Nafany's had a pretty sad series so far for Cloud9, but in the playoffs, he's played his best Counter-Strike we've seen in a long time. He's activated late in second and third maps. Nafany saves Cloud9.
That was a nice round from Cloud9. I like how they tried to do something more aggressive and show more more aggression. But unfortunately, with Exile getting caught out upper B, it's a little bit unlucky. But yeah, I mean, it was nice to see Shiro get some kills there. Building confidence. I know obviously the past maps were a little hard on him, so he's building confidence. That can also breathe life into himself and also his teammates. So hopefully we can see a little bit more.
to start something for Cloud9, and they're broken the money from FaZe. So one rifle, one scout, a couple of deagles here are going to be all FaZe can muster.
I think, you know, not even just like the fact that you win that round and it comes down to this clutch. I think it's so big. I know this sounds silly, but it's so big that you don't lose it. Like, you don't lose to like a really delayed 2v3 retake where Rain's like snuck up on you, done some wild stuff to find that double. You know, if that round was lost, I think that's the mental for Cloud9 just gone.
It's also a huge blow for them to just even like almost lose it and put it down into a 1v1 instead of saving all 3 guns, you know? So even that's just like, oh, like our economy's low, like we didn't even get that clean even though it should have been. Rain had insane padding and timing getting into the bomb site.
Well, this is a round that we would normally say
I'm still scared for
is
Cloud.
free, but exactly, right? And like with how a lot of these rounds have gone, with how proficient FaZe have looked in moments like this, I'm not ready to say it's going to be an easy round. They still even have, you know, this one gun on Twists. They had it boosted above triple. They're really trying to let him sing with this M4.
And Cloud9 are going into the full stack, right? Hobbit is a linchpin, but he might be too late to the party here. Rain's forcing him to grab. He sees a shadow. How does he grab that? Shiro's got to grab a rifle now and make it work instead. That's the first line of defense. That's the expected A player. Cloud9 don't know what more is in store. It's Twist on top with a round in the palm of his hand.
Oh, Rops' the Eagles want another fight, and Cloud9, no one's pushing. The trepidation, you can feel it. They don't want to be the next domino to fall, but it's left them without their trades. Damage done on Twists, and that kill onto Carrigan has opened up a route for Hobbit to come up the connector and try to alleviate some of this pressure. The Molly's burnt out Twists.
They don't know where Brokey is. They know they didn't molly him. They know Rops is in halls, but they don't know where Brokey is.
Oh my, Brokey could steal everything right here, right now. Trying to play around the smoke, but Hobbit's checked it. And so Cloud9, they go into a 5-man stack. They go a man down to open up the round, and they still come out ahead. They wipe the sweat off their brow at the end of that one. The moment those 2 D kills came in, you know there was a bit of worry creeping into the minds of Cloud9.
Yeah, that was a great composure from Cloud9, especially after Buster got taken down halls. And then once that halls player is down, they don't have to worry about halls. They just have to worry about that one hole, you know, coming out A ramp. So that was good composure for Cloud9 to, you know, keep it slow. Don't worry. Don't make any mistakes. Wait for the mollies. Wait for the nades. Just pick them out one by one. And, yeah, great job from Cloud9.
Yeah, a lot of teams sort of panic rotated out. And we keep seeing the same opening AWP attempt for Shiro, right? Doing this like heroic S boost on the ramp, trying to get a wide peek to CT. FaZe clearly know it's coming. Twist playing top ticket there, rather. Not wanting to be in the firing line of Shiro. He's done it multiple times this map already. And this tournament for Cloud9. Important look for Hobbit. Carrigan looked like he wanted to clear mid to set up for a big flank.
That was a huge round for Hobbit. Getting that kill on connector was huge. That was pretty much everything for them as well.
Now FaZe have nothing but the save. Rob's gonna make a smooth jump.
Keep building that confidence.
Yeah, that's a feel-good moment, isn't it, right? Because as you were literally just saying, he's been trying his hand at that every now and again. This time he finally gets a pick from it.
Did they know he made it into con? It almost looked like they could have seen him, but Nafany has great real estate, so he'll call for his troops to regroup at A. They'll check their corners this time. They learned their lesson from Brokey's backside antics. Nafany, 2 players right in front. They grab a gun.
Didn't he get some smokes up here? Oh, there was only one. There was only one on Shiro. Shiro needs to smoke something. Connor Jones. Oh, smokes in the middle of sight.
That's not where it looked like it meant to go, but it just hits that Molotov, extinguishes it, goes off in the middle of nowhere. You might give them the route to the plant at least, and Axel, oh, another sigh of relief being breathed by Cloud9. They think that Axel has done enough to lock this round in, to make it a guarantee. Now FaZe up for the task. They don't have a lot to work with, but they're still making it happen. Suddenly, Cloud9, this confidence, the idea that they were fighting, that disappears. They back up to play around the bomb. This has become a round that they've had to fight for out of nowhere. Flicking down, Shiro is dead.
He's late.
FaZe are grinding away back in. They had nothing to work with. They shouldn't be winning this. Buster with that fight and with no kit for FaZe Clan. You'd like to think he's done enough.
Again, really impressive from FaZe, taking all the guns down, even on like a low bio, just Galil.
Yeah, they had pistols. They had nothing behind Robs.
They
get all the kills.
They're keeping the pressure on Cloud9. Cloud9 is not feeling any sigh of relief after any of these rounds. They're always on the back foot, and you know FaZe is keeping their foot on the gas.
Yeah, and the money in the dirt as well. All it's going to take is a rifle round from FaZe that's coming right up to put Cloud9 back to pistols themselves. And even despite Nafany's positioning, Con having all that real estate to allow Cloud9 to walk out into an MTA bomb site and FaZe still make that interesting. 5-4 though, and it has closed up from what was that 5-0 lead, 5-1 lead. Nafany again, he's been blasé in middle, running Con. FaZe yet to stop him.
I love the aggression from Nafany. He needs to keep it up. He finds those rounds, he finds the aggression, he finds some kills, it'll build a lot of confidence.
That's what Cloud9 need right now. 2 maps down in the BO5. They would need a full reverse sweep. They're not even really thinking about the potential until they prove themselves. This is a step in the right direction. Boost up in middle, avoided. Twist doesn't know they're in the window. Brokey's got eyes.
Oh, Brokey just left though. They're doing deep pressure to pull Brokey off. Brokey needs to come to B and check, but Brokey's still aware. As you can see, he's checking his flank. He's waiting for it. Huge kill. Brokey's gonna turn around. Yeah, he's waiting for it. Nafany's time to strike. Nafany strikes.
Oh, I love this.
Beautiful.
Twists, last man standing, run down. That is so much more composed for Cloud9. That's so much prettier than a lot of these rounds we've seen so far, right?
Yeah.
That one has a little bit of nuance to it. And once again, you know, you were bringing him up coming into this round. You wanted to see Nafany going for these aggro plays. I think that's when you get the best out of him. And I think, you know, he's one of these IGLs where you can kind of tell his read on the game just based on how he's looking, the gaps that he's finding, right? And when he finds a space like that, he's starting to feel like he's getting ahead of FaZe a little bit. Like finally, for the first time probably since Overpass, he feels like he's able to match Carrigan in the cooling.
Yeah, I feel like right now Nafany's starting to feel like his confidence is slowly starting to rise up a little bit, especially in terms of his calling. As you can see, I think it's a lot different from what we saw in Inferno, where Inferno they would just take something and then they would just first timing execute into a bomb site without any mind games, any variety being tossed into it. Whereas there, you know, they took B, they're putting the pressure, and you know, Nafany's moving up the flank, they get another kill, so Brokey has to take off the flank, and then he can find and execute on the flank. And so there you go. There's a lot more things being thrown into Cloud9's gameplay right now, and they're being more of a team right now.
Finding the gaps, that's for sure. That's what we need from Nafany, and the stars are still, you know, surrounding him. Hobbit and Axel, they can channel a little bit of what we saw towards the end of Inferno. Axel had some unbelievable rounds towards Pit. Here we go, a response from FaZe, a mid-take perhaps. They're going to drop under. That's probably where they thought Nafany came from last round. They never see him find that comp timing. Smoked out all the way. Axel going to try and trap drops in with a Molotov. He's got to pick his side. He's got to pick his side right now, and that's exactly what Axel wanted. Forced out of the cubby into the hallway of death. Shiro waits for a repeat in FaZe. Slink back into the mist.
Yeah, such a nice combo to force that engagement.
It's going for the gamble. And they've been, you know, right in most of their gambles. We'll see. Maybe Cloud9's going to be setting up for a cat split here, maybe, potentially. Or maybe for Hobbit to fake.
It allows FaZe to save if they're wrong, but it certainly doesn't look like they're wrong. The bomb's coming back in through the apartments, and they may even force this kill.
Yeah, Hobbit up close. This needs to be his moment. Oh, wow. Collects them both! Twists and Carrigan dealt with, but he thinks the site's clear. Everyone is here. But that's info they have now. And with time left, this is no longer Cloud9 having a scramble. They're still going to try and follow through with the B play.
Sorry, Cloud9's slowing down, so they're making FaZe second guess themselves, but right now they're coming in now. Now they should know, but Rain rotated off because they're questioning.
Get here in time. Just behind the smoke, behind the site. Cloud9 moved through. He saw something. There's the AWP picked off. Oh, Rain out of ammo. Back to the pistol. It's up to his teammate. Also on a sidearm. No escaping the chase as Nafany and Buster run them down. They save FaZe in a very scary round.
That was very nice from Cloud9. They didn't just, you know, panic and just run in, you know, with Hobbit. Hobbit went out and checked, and then they just took a pause, say, hey, you know, just take our time and just re-hit. It'll be okay. Who cares if they're stacked there? So yeah, you know, really good composure again from Cloud9. You know, waiting, being patient, and just thinking things through.
Yeah, these were some of like the nuanced looks that almost went missing towards the tail end of Overpass heading into that second map of Inferno, right? It felt like there was this real vibe that every round someone had to make a play. And, you know, you have a team of people trying to make plays. They're not really cohesive anymore. I like that this round you have it a bit more standard. Hobbit gets that double, and then he almost acts like a probe, right? Just to get the info. What's happening at B? Are we walking into the stack? Do we mind walking into the stack? And then there was like that moment, like you say, where they slow down. That info flow gets cut off. Suddenly FaZe are doubting it, and it just gave them that much of an easier path to safeguard those those man advantage rounds, and these were the things that were letting them down on the previous maps.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, you can just definitely see they're being more of a team right now, Cloud9. They're trusting each other more and not trying to just be individual heroes, you know? So, yeah, they're doing well.
Oh, again, Nafany. How's he gotten here? Twist hits a banger onto the orb. He eats a leg at the same time. Nafany is in the B bomb site. There's no way the FaZe have a clue about this. Brokey just checks on the rotate. Karen caught. Oh, Nafany can't escape, but his teammates are right by his side, ready to pounce. The bomb is not here. It's the only danger, but Axel has also seen the B site is empty. Gonna call for help. FaZe making a gamble, trying to rotate fully out, and wow,
I guess
they made the move.
Exile's gonna try to go for the flank, or is it? I guess, yeah, I'm still afraid that someone might be in B, but this is also kind of scary because I feel like they're not doing either.
Yeah, this could be a 2-on-2 instead.
Yeah. Exile jumped out now. Now he knows B's here. They're just gonna wait, play patient, wait for Exile to, you know, maybe flank something like that. Exile did make noise on B. He smoked. Exile's just gonna try to come, drop down connector, maybe check out their jungle. You don't have to worry about these things. Just worry about sight. And just find where Twist is located.
He's right here waiting for a chance to strike, but it'll never be given to him. Cloud9, they make that nice and easy for themselves. And you really are seeing it, man, in the mid-rounds. Like, this is just so much more composed. And I think you're dead on, Keith. You know, like, you can feel that the morale is uplifting. They're in the lead now. Yeah. They're building upon this lead.
It's like recently in the rounds, like, this is the first time in the series where I felt like they really believe that they're in the driving seat, which they are. They are just by watching. They are.
Yeah, you know, they've now outdone the number of consecutive rounds that FaZe can put on the board. Cloud9 up to 6 in a row at the end of this one. 4 for FaZe, and that was all on the back of the pistol and the conversions as well. So Mirage has a bit of a different tone to it than these previous maps in the series.
Yeah, we might finally have a game here. The first time. Brokey though, this time he's got eyes on middle. Shiro's making this walk with the orb. Offered to check out triple or ticket. Brokey dodges the flash and comes back for more. He just smokes it off as well. Doesn't want to give Shiro the time of day. Twist re-aggresses as well. That confidence for FaZe is still brimming, but Hobbit opens a hole in it. 4-on-4 now. Rops just ahead of the smoke, but it comes down again for Cloud9, and FaZe lose the info. They must make concessions. Back to B for Brokey. Rops waits for the fade. Hobbit gets all this space as well as the bomb regroups.
They're finding a lot of space. Exile's finding space in jungle. Don't have to worry about jungle now that all they have to do is worry about side.
Oh, no way! Before Axel gets here as well, he might not even trade. Rops flicks back. A key kill for Axel, and now it's up to Rain on the site.
Yeah, they just need to be cognizant. They haven't cleared out behind default. They're moving in like this is looking fine, and it's not Rain allowed to slam the gauntlet down. 2 in the round, and there's magic number 3. Rain makes it happen. The savior to stop this streak that Cloud9 were on. 6 in a row, closed out by Rain. And finally, FaZe are back on the board.
Yeah, they can build in at the end of the half, potentially even win it as well. They win this round. Cloud9 are pretty broke for round number 15. Despite Cloud9's success on the T side, it may still be split at half. FaZe have got away from these aggressive mid-takes as well. With Palace Pop, there's no ramp player to flash them here. This will just be a dry fight versus Rain's AK. This is what he was waiting for.
Hero, the last round up close, ready to brawl with Palace.
It's a very strong off-angle position. You know, a lot of house players get caught off by this. So as long as nobody runs out ramp, which Brokey's opping his ramp, so Rain is in a prime position now to get these two.
Yeah, he just feels so safe. There is a second man here to try and trade this out. Rain, you know, he likes to duck and weave, right? He'll take 1 kill, he'll be content with a 5v4, and then he'll make life really miserable for you trying to get that trade. Doesn't want to hang around forever, eventually gets down off the top of Palace.
The Brokey rotated,
Rops Demon in the connector again. They heard Rain drop off, they know he's no longer on top of the balcony, or at least they believe. Rops escapes the danger of middle. The bomb is going B. We still have this double palace component. Will it come in through under late? Reigns won his fight. Now you kind of forced your hand into this B area. Axel trying to lead through the smoke. Karrigan holds on. Hobbit didn't see. Hobbit did not see on top of Ticket. Back in CT. Brokey sits. Hobbit does find that kill, and he knows Rain is nearby as well. You wish you could go A, but there's simply not time. Axel's gone for the site. Shiro with a trade. Hobbit also finds it, but the round is done. There's no saving this one. He is simply too far gone. That's super awkward. What are Cloud9 even trying to do? Is that just a desperate mid-round?
They were. I think the huge kill was the connector round. I think that denied like the activation from the players' halls. I think they wanted like Nafni to get up con and like do some sort of pressure, and then like one guy would walk a halls or they'd both walk a halls and catch the players in sight off guard. And yeah, I think the con kill just shut that down.
Yeah,
and they were just desperate. They're all right, we're gonna go into B, pressure. One guy will lurk out halls, and then like, oh, we killed the halls lurk, but oh, there's another one, and they're just hoping that guy would get both the kills at A, and then they're hoping at B that they can just get all the kills. It's a very tough round.
Just constant refresh information that doesn't actually help Cloud9 in any way, shape, or form, because Hobby gets all this glory at A, but it's just that the clock's too low.
It's the biggest kill is just the con one. That just literally deactivated the whole round for
Ooh, fast again to mid.
Yeah, last to the half as well, and it might end with a whimper for Cloud9. They don't have the money to come up with a buy here. It's a couple of AKs, and they're already a man down. Nafani, who has been able to find a lot of room over in middle, tries to go back to it, but this time was locked out. Robson, the connect, has been taking some of these fights very personally, so he was keen to get involved. Rain,
they're not going to expect this.
Yeah,
Brokey's
this is
stopping holes and he's just standing over here.
This is not a normal angle. Rain will move back. Hobbit is all the way out of Tetris, so maybe it's a good thing. Utah over into mid. Cloud9 setting up outside of the A-bomb site. They've only got one smoke to make this happen with, though. If that ends up going out like over towards CT, they're in for a world of hurt. No one's there for FaZe Clan.
Lobby.
Best bet is just to smoke top connector and take jungle control. Molly jungle, get into window, take control. Because if they don't take any control, this is just gonna be a very easy game to take for FaZe.
Smoke hitting Rain. Slows him down. That gives an audio cue. Hobbit takes his kill and look at the space he's trying to create as well.
Or something. You know, I understand they smoked both, but they need that control. So this is going to be too hard for them to hold this push.
They're even trying to take CT there. They really want this ground. They really want the real estate. They do have one man still pinned in the site. This is where Hobbit needs to come alive. He's keeping the con rotate pinned in, locked out. Axal's still in this back of the site. Karrigan's on the bomb, but Axal's waiting for it. Brokey, hello, and the bomb. No! Brokey, the clutch king, rounds this out with FaZe in the lead.
Give me. Oh, I can. John Q ก็ได้นะ John Q มีอีกนะคิวเดนล็อกกาแล็กติกเดนล็อกดาร์ล็อกกาแล็กติกwhereเป็นโค้ดPlease if you fake code where interface code fake code where interface go in go off ออกโคตรโคตรนี่โคตรเป็นโคตรโอ้ยกูจะการไปที่ลิงทั้งสองนั้นเป็นเครื่องบินนะเครื่องบินโอ้โหอ๋อเย่โคตรโอ้
Yeah, look, tell me what's the vibes, what's the mood?
Making magic when they need it most. With Brokey pulling a 1v2 out of nowhere, FaZe Clan now sit 8 rounds away from a victory at the Pro League, from a 3-0 over Cloud9 in the Grand Final, and picking up that ever-elusive Intel Grand Slam. The confidence is brimming. There was a bit of a resurgence in there from Cloud9. The FaZe screwed their heads back on and still won out that first half.
Yeah, so here we go. 8 rounds away from that Grand Slam, like you said, and yeah, let's see if they get this pistol. They get this pistol, they're gonna have so much confidence, so much momentum. They're just gonna run away with it, I believe. But we'll see what we've got in store here.
Can C9 put a stop to this XX? 2 smokes in, nades go flying. Shiro's at the back of the site, and they haven't cleared him yet. So 1-for-1 quickly, and Shiro just gets overwhelmed. Rain checks that position. FaZe have been playing it all half. And now C9 smoked out perfectly, cannot do anything about this bomb plant. It's 4 default, 4 CT, and Brokey's already taken that real estate. Axel makes it a 3-on-3, and Cloud9 are on the clock.
2 CTs with no armor, Buster has nades, and Effie has the kit. So if FaZe is able to, peek out and get these fights, they're gonna have the upper hand.
They're not swinging yet, they're waiting for the fights. Oh, Brokey, the timing on that. Reigns at least traded it. Risky old peak for him to take as well, having a swing out.
He didn't get it.
Grab that kit, and with that, hope of winning the round should be out the window. Buster left in the clutch. One man found, but out of time. Rain wins it to the clock. His USP comes alive as he picks it up in the post plant, makes it sing.
Yeah, and Rain as well, right? Let's talk about this guy. What a year, from starting back last year at Katowice, the first notch on the Grand Slam. Rain couldn't attend. Rain wasn't even there in the final, but he will be here to finish it for FaZe. And he's had an unbelievable series as well. Started very dominant on Overpass. The experienced player, the architect of one of the first international super teams in FaZe.
Yeah, again, these pistols, FaZe are just lethal with these pistols. They're just getting all these rounds, just instantly getting the kills. Yeah, it's very hard to not win a game when you win both pistols.
Yeah, we've had so many force buys that have gone well for Cloud9, but even now, at this point in the match, they are opting to full eco. They are feeling the pressure, they are feeling the burn, and so FaZe will just run away with the second round, a stone's throw from over $1 million. They can feel it. And what's that feeling like, Naf, when you're in the grand final, when you know that it's within reach, that $1 million Intel Grand Slam, not far away?
Yeah, I mean, obviously when you're playing a tournament and you have the Grand Slam on the line, maybe at the start it may feel like a lot of pressure, but once you're towards the very end and you're in the you're at the very end in the grand final, man, nothing, in my opinion, at least in the past, like when I was in that moment, I felt like there was nothing that could take that away from me. I felt like I was better than anyone, even during that time. Like I was playing against Zaiwu in the final. I was like, Zaiwu, like Zaiwu, you know, but like I just full confidence. Everyone just wants it so bad, and I can tell FaZe right now they're gonna want it bad. Like they're feeling confident. They're feeling confident. They want this. They want it bad. I'm sure they're starting to even get excited right now. But they just need to stay composed and just keep it going.
Yeah, they missed a window smoke. I'm sure if that's by design, as Shiro's able to just swing out and kill one. Axel as well. The MAC-10s removed from FaZe. And Cloud9 immediately looking to land on their feet after a lost pistol. They're even facing. Shiro's got nothing.